Hello YouTube, Galbrena is here and damn that midriff. How the heck do you keep being so fit when you eat so much ice cream? In this video we are gonna take Galbrena's best 3 teams and pit them in Tower of Adversity and Whimpering Waste to see which one is truly the best. Some disclaimer beforehand, I don't have brand, so I can only use changli. My Mortefi is also not built. The principle is the same. When you use brand, you have brand fully buffed by lupa and brand semi buffs Galbrena. In this situation, changli fully buffs lupa and lupa semi buffs Galbrena. Realistically, the biggest difference is between changli and the brand's personal damage and comfort, but the personal damage doesn't really matter if you were to not have more brand's signature. So well, what I'm trying to say, I'm just coping with this team. Hopefully it's gonna be good enough. Now, another disclaimer, my Galbrena is not fully built. I have the talents at 66966 because Kuro decided in their infinite wisdom to release the weekly boss together with Galbrena when Galbrena needs its materials. I was debating on whether to wait another 2 days to get a better grasp of her power, but who is gonna wait that? I mean, we are all impatient to get her and to see just how strong she is. For weapons, I am using Lux and Umbra on her. I am using the signatures on all the characters that you are gonna see in this showcase, and obviously no sequences. If you don't have Lux and Umbra, some tips is you can use any other 5-star weapon. It truly doesn't matter, they are pretty much equal in performance. You don't have 5-star weapons, it's fine. You can use the 4-star battle pass weapon, the new 4-star pistol from the battle pass, the one that gives you crit rate. If you are completely F2P and you don't have the battle pass, you can use relativistic jet. It increases attack percent pretty much unconditionally. Don't use something like Undying Flame. Galbrena does not have any resonance skill damage or resonance liberation. If you don't have relativistic jet, then you can also try with something like Nova Burst. I believe this is given for free or it's craftable. I don't really remember. Frankly, should have one of those options already. For the echo set, I am using 3-piece flame wings. Never mind this echo, this is garbage. The other ones are pretty nice with double crit rate and crit damage on all of them, and 2-piece Molten Rift. If you don't have Molten Rift, you can use Flaming Clawprint. The idea is the same for the fusion damage bonus. The Kurosaur is a pain. I decided to showcase this without crit rate and crit damage on him because there are only 5 spawns of this guy on the map daily. So on average you are only ever gonna get 1 Kurosaur of the correct set, and being able to get crit rate on crit damage on it, well, it's gonna take months with my luck. With that being said, let's go to the showcase. Starting with Tower of Adversity, I decided to do the showcase on floor 3. This is a big disadvantage for the full fusion team. The first wave is made of many common echoes. Changli and Lupa's AoEs are not big enough to hit all of them at the same time, which is gonna lose you some precious seconds. Also, Lupa's ability provides bonus damage against Overlord or Calamity echoes, and 3 out of the 4 of the waves here are made of common and elite echoes only. With that being said, this is in my opinion the hardest floor for this rotation, and a good endgame team should be able to handle any hiccups that might appear. The biggest issue of not having brand is that you don't have any sustain for this team. Luckily, the buff of this rotation comes with a shield when using the liberation, which covers this lack of healing. Lupa and Galbrena are also highly mobile, which makes it hard for enemies to hit them. They are simply dashing all over the place. Changli, unfortunately, you can't really dodge things with her. You need her rotation takes too long. And the second drawback of not having brand is that the rotation is insanely tight. The slightest disturbance, like an enemy dodging, or Changli's basic attack sequence being interrupted, or Lupa requiring an extra attack for her outro, I usually had to do an extra skill with her to get that outro going. And you'll not be able to get Lupa's Empowered intro off. Nonetheless, despite all of these setbacks, the team still managed to finish this floor with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Moving on to team number 2, Galbrena, Cantarella and Phrolova. This is where AoE prowess comes into play. Those small critters are completely vaporized by Phrolova. This must be my personal favorite team for Galbrena. Is it the strongest? Not really. So why is it my personal favorite? Because this is the only team outside of the upcoming Qiuyuan where Galbrena can fully stack her afterflame. All the other teams can only provide her a maximum of 3 stacks, but thanks to Phrolova and Cantarella she can easily reach the maximum of 5. Well, mainly thanks to Cantarella. Her Liberation, Forte and Skill all count as separate echo usages, and together with the echo itself she gives 4 stacks solo. The downside is that the buffs the team provides for Galbrena are actually pretty lacking compared to the others. Phrolova's buffs are for heavy attack damage, and only 40% of Galbrena's total damage is actually heavy attack. The rest is echo damage, which is not buffed, and this is worse than, let's say, fusion damage buffs. In the end, they managed to clear the floor with around 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. This is pretty much the same as lupa. Those 2 seconds difference are probably because of the small critters at the very start. Team number 3. Galbrena, Iuno and Shorekeeper. Galbrena is the first classic DPS in a long while. I like to call them first generation DPSs. They do not provide any buffs to the team, they are all about personal damage. Unlike Augusta, Cartetia, Phrolova, Lupa, etc., who have buffs through their outros or kits which benefit the entire team. This means that the classic Shorekeeper teams have a chance to shine once more. Nothing much to say here. Iuno is broken. I managed to solo the entire tower in this rotation with her solo. I even have a video doing that. Make sure to check it out if interested. Shorekeeper is also broken. Add Galbrena to the mix and you have the recipe for success. This team managed to clear the floor the fastest with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. When it comes to Whimpering Waves, the Fusion and Iuno teams tied with 2,970 points and the Havoc team lagged slightly behind with 2,930 points. Here is a showcase of them in action.
bird now. Take 4. Burn to dust! With me to victory! Get together! Gotcha! I might be. Enter Hell's Gate! Scorched to Painted Hellfire! Gather revenge. My blade be reduced to cinders. Perish in flames. Take 4. Burn to dust! Triumph at the theatre! Die, evil! Speak of the devil. Walk on. The hunt ends here.
However, I used the golden fusion token for everyone, which means that fusion team was buffed a lot more than the others, and half the enemies were resistant to Havoc, bear that in mind. In conclusion, for Tower of Adversity, for this rotation, the Iuno team won, with the Havoc and Fusion teams tying for second place, and in Whimpering Waste we pretty much had a 3-way tie. However, if you disregard the buff from token and the enemy resistance, I expect the Havoc team to be the clear winner. really the difference is extremely small, and all those teams really fight for second place. Because we all know Qiuyuan is gonna blow the competition out of the water. 2 more weeks until his release. Thanks you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful time and bye for now.